This is where his story ends.
Whose story?
47's. I've been looking forward to this for a long, long time.
It's not his funeral.
It is.
But you didn't get him in Mississippi.
No. We got close, but he slipped away. He knew we were on him, now. He was running scared.
Where'd he go?
Where does anyone go for a last desperate roll of the dice?
Nice to be back in civilization, 47.
It suited me. I had some business to attend to.
Those missions out in the sticks may have bought us some time, but things are still deteriorating rapidly. We're still losing agents. You got the briefing?
Yesterday. Got the pictures right here. Mohammed bin Faisal Al Khalifa, his scientist Tariq Abdul Latif, and Henrik Schmutz of South Africa. Interesting trio.
The DNA angle's disturbing. This may tie into the group that's trying to liquidate us.
And welcome back to part 6 of Hitman Bloody, where today we're entering Las Vegas to do 2 of the more infamous missions of the game, usually for their difficulty, but hopefully I can show you a relatively easy way of getting through them. We've got 3 targets, but only one of them is available on the map as soon as you start, that being Hendrik Schmutz. So as you enter this giant hotel half casino, immediately just go through the door or around the side and go down into the casino part, the basement. Once you do that, make a right and go through this door over here. In front of us are those double doors. On the other side of it is our first target, Hendrik Schmutz. So go into this toilet over here, that's to the one further away from where you walk to, and wait for your target, Hendrik Schmutz, to start moving. When he does, move back to this door. You want it to be this one, not the other one, because other people go in the other one, no one goes in this one. And linger around the door, so then his eye is on you as he walks past. As you can see, he's tilting his head. And then just open the door so his eye will catch the gun behind you, causing him to stroll in on his merry way. As soon as he's in and you're feeling comfortable with doing it, kill him. And as one target leaves, one enters, as the limo arrives with the scientist himself arriving on the scene, making that our next target. Although no one should be going in here, I always make a habit of hiding the body anyway, because you have more than enough time to do so. So just dip the body over here and take his key card while you're at it. That will become handy for later on, you'll see why in a minute. Leaving the casino, as tempting as it is, and going back up the stairs, you want to go up to the top to the left lift. Or elevator if you're American. And you want to be waiting inside it in the loft hatch. Just make sure no one sees you climb in, because that would just be raising too much suspicion to be justified. Get your fiber wire out and wait for the scientist to stroll in, because this is the lift he'll take. Wait till the lift to start moving, and then capture him. Dealing with your second target, and we're not that far into the mission. The briefcase that has the diamonds that are being paid, that are getting given to the Sheik, will be here, and you want to leave with it as an optional objective. But if you tuck it into the side of the lift there, no one will ever spot it. But whilst we head back down, let me show you a quite humorous alternate way of dealing with the scientist. Instead of going through the hatch, literally just wait in there with him and catch his eye with the coin. By catching his eye with the coin, it means he won't leave when it stops on the floor he's on, floor 8. Throw the coin as soon as the door opens and send it straight back down to the lobby. And as soon as the lift starts moving, push him. It will count as falling to his death, so it'll be an accident and you can just kill him in an instant. You can immediately then pick up the briefcase and carry on your merry way. And since it'll be an accident, you can completely get away with it. But stop down the 7th floor and make a left going down over here. Ducking through this side will eventually lead to a door that you can use the keycard that we got from our first target on, which will go to a hollow briefcase it's supposed to be used to trade. That hollow briefcase is going to use what's perhaps my most enjoyed strategy in this mission by far, which is why I'm showing it to you, because I love it. Place a mine in the briefcase. Trust me, despite how loud it seems, we will get Silent Assassin using a mine here. As we're on our way back, I want to specify one important thing. Make sure you take a left out of the lift when you enter, and don't go right, because you'll bump into this woman.
Hey there, stud. You're not alone, are ya?
I'm unaccompanied, if that's what you mean.
Whew. I can change that. I'm alone in Suite 703 myself. Come up and see me sometime.
If you do hate yourself enough to follow this drunk fool all the way back to her room, you can get greeted to A little dance that I wouldn't recommend staying around for, where she gets a little too into it and makes everyone just feel a teeny tiny bit uncomfortable. It's really not worth staying here. The only advantage of being here is that once she passes out from her drunkenness, you can use this as a sniping point. However, on the front desk, when we first entered, there's a front desk to your right, you can get given a keycard that's not only its own sniping point that's equally as effective, but also means you don't have to deal with this. And there she goes. And there she goes. Anyway, make sure you don't go that way and bump into her. Take the mine-riddled briefcase that you've got down here and go down to the side as if you're entering the casino. And instead of going all the way in, duck on this corner here, go nearest to the edge of it so it's close enough, and then just put it down. Keep in mind that's got a mine in it. Now, whilst you're waiting for the Sheik to arrive, you might as well go retrieve your briefcase. That's the Diamond's briefcase for the extra reward, so you can leave with it as soon as you kill this last target. The last target, the Sheik himself, takes quite a while to arrive, so you might be standing around waiting for a while, so I decided to take a picture of the locals while we wait. See you there. When the Sheik eventually does arrive in his own limo, many moons later, the only thing you need to really have on you is a coin. Because the legendary Coin-kun is going to strike again. Coin Senpai knows no bounds. So wait around here in the lobby, and eventually the Sheik and his security will walk in. The reason why we're using the coin is because we've got to distract just the security and not the Sheik. As they go to come round the corner, have the coin in your hand and then lift it up as if you were going to throw, but make sure only the security catch the eye of it. Because they will stop to look at you when you do so, but make sure the Sheik doesn't stop it so he keeps on walking. Now you just got to keep the guards distracted. For some reason that dude on the far right doesn't see me, and so he goes to run after them, so I have to interrupt and break his path so he can look at us again. Once the Sheik's head is just about to go off screen, throw the coin and start running towards the exit. And have your detonator in hand. As you go run down the left staircase, you go down the right. As you pass him, pull the trigger. The explosion will kill him and launch his body somewhere where it won't be found straight away, giving you more than enough time to duck away into the exit before the body is found, and you will get Silent Assassin for your troubles. I love doing that strategy. It's something so satisfying about just blowing him up instead of having to talk to him to get the kill later on. And it's Silent Assassin.
So that's the deal. The dirty CIA agent will be there to drop the high-tech weapons on the host. Eliminate both of them.
Anything else?
It'll probably be crawling with other enemy operatives.
Have you identified them?
They're paid by the franchise.
The franchise? That's Parcheesi's group. What's their business here tonight?
I think you are. You and I are all that's left of the Agency 47, and I doubt I'll survive much longer.
I'm sorry to hear that. Has my fee been transferred?
More than usual. I'm splitting what's left of the agency's resources with you. Good luck, 47. It's been quite a ride.
Good luck yourself.
Now towards more of a peculiar mission. There's 4 targets in this level, but only 2 of them we know the identity of. The other 2 are assassins going straight after us. But before we mention them, make sure you do not get spotted by this camera, because we will not be going for the CCTV footage. And bring your SMG tactical without a suppressor and fire it into this corner here, causing every single member of this car park to have their attention drawn towards you, allowing you to duck straight through despite the fact you're in a trespassing area. Take the lift all the way up to the Heaven Party. When you're way up at the top, throw the coin to distract this guard to bring him towards you. We need a disguise since the entirety of this building is trespassing. Opening the door and waiting for him to come in. Alternatively, you could sneak up on him and sedate him, but it's harder to keep his body hidden afterwards and get away with it. Once he's in the lift, immediately sedate him and take his disguise. And despite the fact that the Hell Party have a very similar disguise, the security in the Hell Party will be able to tell the difference between a Heaven getup and the Hell getup. It's the mask that gives it away. Once you go get that, go through these doors over here, because there's a laptop here that will reveal to you who the last 2 targets are, the 2 assassins after you. There's one up here in the Heaven Party, and there's one downstairs in the basement where the Hell Party is taking place. So there's 2 targets on both sides, because there's already 1 target in heaven and there's already 1 target in the hell party. Once you have that information, continue on going this way, past these double doors towards the toilets, ignoring the couple kissing over there. You're going to see a lot of them, there's a lot of couples just making out. And whilst we're waiting, enjoy being a shadow, the true self. Eventually, your first target, and thankfully not one of the ones trying to kill you, will enter, so he won't recognise you, and you'll be fine to kill him. Close the door behind you, because he will get stuck on the door if you kill him without closing the door, resulting in someone coming in and finding it. Take his costume, or his disguise, and leave back the way you came. You're heading back to the computer where we previously in, as the door closes on us, thanks for that. And whilst you're here, you can admire the view if you want, but this isn't restricted to this disguise, so you are free to head straight through. Going back to this door and back to this room here, our second target and one of the people out to kill us will soon be returning to this room to check up on the computer to try and find us. And despite the fact we have a mask on, we will somehow be recognised immediately upon sight. So wait here patiently for your target to arrive. When she does, she will immediately pull out a knife and make a beeline for you, to which you can just execute her in a moment's notice. Although I've never had a body be found in here, I always make the habit of hiding her body by ducking it around behind this desk here. Since if anyone was to enter, the AI wouldn't take them this far in the first place. Once you're comfortable that she's hidden and no one will find her, take the knife as well just to be safe that no one finds it, and we're going to be leaving back the way we came. She does lock the door behind her oddly enough, so you have to pick it out, and now we're at a bit of an issue here. That gentleman is looking straight at the lift. He will spot the unconscious body if we just open the door, so I need to wait for him to go, since people will keep on coming and going. But then this problem starts to escalate, because he's not going anywhere, and then a member of security enters, so I have 2 pairs of eyes looking straight at the lift. So, now comes a chance of me to try and experiment a little bit. This was kind of improvised, because most of the NPC's pattern on this top floor is random. So I improvised by getting a coin out, because, you know, it's unstoppable, getting these 2 to look at me, throwing it, and then whilst they're distracted by the coin, hopping in and going through the garage like the suckers they are. Whilst you're on your way down, jump up to the hatch and wait to hop between the lifts, because we don't want to go through the front door, because a guard will turn, even though it's not trespassing, a guard will turn and risk seeing the body. It's why I wait there for a second to see if anyone comes in and spots the body, because we will be in trouble if someone did. Then once you hop in the other lift, you can go down to the basement to the more inventive hell party. There's a thing, like there's some data that you can read going into it, that the people running this blew their budget on the hell party, which is why the heaven party is just a couple of flats stacked together. Which I find kind of funny, because this hell party is ridiculous. Like, if something like this existed in real life, it'd be badass. But here is our second person out to kill us, and he will directly challenge us to say that he's going to fight us at a duel instead of trying to kill us here and now. So there is a room called Torture Chamber that's completely soundproofed that he's going to invite us in to kill. But we don't need to go to him yet, because he takes a very long slow stroll to the torture room, so we can actually deal with our other target while we wait for him to move his ass over to the torture room so we can slightly take him out. He's probably one of the most enjoyable to me executions in the game, because they try and amp him up so much of him being ready to kill you and all be ready to take you on and things like that, and then you're gonna, when we get to killing him, you'll be like, wow, that easy, huh? But once you finish talking to him, go through this door and go backstage. You are allowed backstage, and no one will notice you rigged the pyro show if you decide to do so over here. Once you've done that, our other target's as good as dead. Every now and then she'll go out and do magical shows with the pyrotechnics to make out that she's some kind of pyromaster. But now we've rigged them, well, she's going to have a interesting fate that we might as well spectate while we're here, waiting for the other guy to move to the torture chamber. So it's all nice, the fire show. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, ooh. And now you get to watch her burn to a crisp. And she has quite an unfortunate demise. She's going to roll around the fire, die as she hits the water, which is why the tick arrives. But you can see there's sharks in the tank down here. And one of them's just going to be drawn to the burning, searing flesh and blood that obviously must be coming off her. And oh, there she goes. No one's finding that body. But when you're good to go, head past the lesbians having a lovely old time and go down this way towards the torture chamber, to where he will explain the rules of this. He's going to go to the opposite end of the room and let you pick up any weapon you want from the table in front of you. We don't need any of them because this fight's a joke. And when you're ready, go round and fight him. When the lights go on, you're ready to go.
If that's what what you want.
So he's going to duck away and turn the lights off. All you need to do, run around this corner, go first person with the pistol. You can see him. Wait for him to turn around and his head will be in sight. There he goes. That's the entire fight. Nice duel there, mate. You really did an excellent job there. Take the storage key so you can get back out. If you want to take the MP5, if you're trying to get all the guns, now's a perfect opportunity to knock out quite a few of them because they're all SMG types, so they will fit in your pocket. But once you're good to go, all 4 targets are dead. Now it's just a matter of getting out of here without getting shot at. There's nothing stopping you from changing into your suit and making a run for it, and then just using painkillers if you take too much damage, because we wouldn't have had a blown cover, we're just trespassing. However, I thought that would be too not stealthy, even though it'd still apply to Silent Assassin. So I wanted to try a different approach, and so I end up improvising again, because I usually do just change into the suit and go. So what I end up deciding to do with my improvised strategy is heading back over to the Heaven Lift and getting our suit first of all, and then leaving and going down the side hatch. But you're going to see, as I go, someone called the lift from the top of the Heaven party, and I get dragged up in it. Let's see. So I was like, oh god damn it. So now I panicked a little bit, so now I had to quickly send down to the garage because I wasn't sure what would happen if someone found the unconscious body. Thankfully it ends up not meaning anything, so I just cut back down. No one was up there of any alarm, even though someone called it back down again. So I hop back down and then catch the attention of this security officer in here. So because he's only on his own when he looks in. When he's doing his "you're not allowed here" animation, we still have a spare sedative, so I take him out with that. I then bring his body in to hide it slightly just to be safe, even though I know I'm so close to the end at this point I probably can get away with it. Because what I eventually decide to do is to repeat what I did to get in. We still have that SMG tactical if you were following my strategy, so close the door behind you and hug the wall as you go. See, I'm unaware people are going to spot me as I do this, so I'm very cautious as I head around. Once you get around, bring back out your faithful SMG and open fire in the corner like you did before, like our bullet marks are still there from earlier. And once again, wait for everyone to start running before you move. If they're stationary and then you move out, they will do their standard trespassing animation. They won't acknowledge you and you'll have free reign to run straight to your escape truck and finish the mission.
Hey, 47. Oh, hey! It's me! It's me! Stop! It's me! I'm cool! Come on! Ah!
What are you doing here?
Just relax, please. You're my only hope. There's no one else.
Your only hope for what?
They're gonna kill the president. Don't want him re-elected. He'll legalize cloning, ruin their plans.
Who are they?
You know, them. Already got a cloning program. Want the technology to themselves.
They can have it. I don't play politics. Now give me one good reason why I shouldn't put a bullet in your head.
I've got millions. Got the diamonds back there. Red suitcases worth millions. All yours.
What's the job?
They want to hit the president in 3 days. In the White House. You get in there, protect him. Take the assassins out.
Show me the money.
Thank God. Here's some. You get the rest after. What do you say?
I'll contact you with instructions on how to get me the rest of the money up front, and how to get me the mission details.
But then how can I be sure that...
If you're on the level, I'll do the job. If you're not, you won't be needing the money.
Next time on Hitman Blood Money, it looks like we've got an adventure to the White House. But until then, you guys take care now.